Good day. Today is my 200-hour review on the Polini 202 with the Triton carburetor on it. I want to talk about the pros and cons and stuff I found that gave me problems, things that works, things that doesn't work or needs some attention or something like that. But anyhow, my feeling and my overall review on this 202 with the Triton, and then also the Rebel frame. This is the Rebel 2 frame from Evo. But let's start with the motor. I have my Helix prop on here this morning. I normally fly with the Helix or I fly with the FTB prop. My other Helix prop, I nipped it, and you can see my netting is fixed. I took off and my foot caught the speed bar, and then I had a little crash. Not crash, but I landed on my knees and bum, and the motor was running, and the prop hit the netting. But I fixed it. What I can say about the Polini 202, what I found first is the exhaust. It started to rust, little dots where you can see it starting to rust, especially here, this side here, and then on the back of the second piece there at the back. What I did is I took sandpaper and I sanded it a bit, and then I coated it with ceramic paint that you buy in a can, high heat ceramic. And then also these springs that hold the exhaust pipe to the manifold, they started to rust as well, so I coated them as well. That's fine now. It's a couple of hours now. Didn't do anything. It looks good, so it works. Then what I did as well on this motor, I've shown it in the previous video. I have the water temperature and I have my EGT, and I can switch between the two. Let me just show you. On the motor here, you have a switch, and I can switch with this switch. That's my water temperature. That's my EGT, and I can do it in flight. Or what I normally do is before I take off or before I fly, I just let my motor heat up. On my water temperature, I can see what my temperature is like, and then I can switch it over to my EGT and I can go fly. That's the one thing I have done. I first had a little box there at the bottom. It was rubbish there, so I made it here. Then what I have found is these little plugs here, these wires, they get connected, and especially on this side, I had a wire that came loose, and then my my EGT temperature went haywire. Then it showed me I'm at 800, then 850, and then it drops to 600, and all that stuff all over the show. So I looked for the problem, and I found it was a loose wire, or the wire was like, because of the vibration, it broke, and I fixed it and tied it nice down so it doesn't do that anymore. The second thing that happened on about 2-3 weeks ago, it started doing it again. My temperatures went up and down, way over 800. And then I thought, oh, it's a wire again. So I went and I looked at the wires and they were fine. And then I did some reading on the internet, and I found out that this GP4 that's on my throttle here, let me just pick it up here, this little guy has got a battery inside. And the battery, if it goes under 2.7 volts, it starts doing that. And that's after 200 flights about. So I replaced the battery, problem solved. So remember, when you have funny readings and stuff like that, replace the battery and you will be fine. It's either the wiring or the battery. Well, it can be your settings on your carburetor and stuff like that. Another thing I found on my Triton carburetor on an intake manifold. This is the intake manifold, this little black piece here. Now it's got a rubber between this metal part and that metal part. There's a rubber inside. There's rubber inside as well, and it helps with the vibration. So it started to crack, small little fine cracks, and then I put some RTV on it, and it looks fine. I have a spare one. If you want to replace the old one, you can do it, but I just saw that if you do that, you will see the little cracks. I replaced it. And then I also replaced this little lock nut thing here, and made myself a quick tuning nut, which I can tune the time, the idling on the motor if I want to. And that's the one problem. So yeah, and the other one was the rust. Otherwise, the machine is pretty solid. It keeps on running. On 150 hours, I heard a clonk, 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 clonk in my machine when I did this, or when it started. Well, not like this, but when it started, and then the prop started to turn like this, I heard a noise inside the machine, and I was worried. And then I pulled off the cover here at the gearbox, or the clutch area where it's geared, and I saw my one clutch shoe was off or loose. The nut broke, and breaks because it gets stuck. Every 100 hours you have to turn them around so that the wearing can be on both sides. So the clutch will last you 200 hours. I had to replace my clutch on 150 hours because I didn't do that. So remember to do that. 100 hours, change the clutch. Just the 3 shoes. And then also the oil on this little guy. Drain it as often as you can and put new oil in it. It used 10W40 gear oil, motorbike oil. I use the Mortal one. The manual says every 50 hours. I change it every 25 hours, but it's up to you. It uses such a little oil, so it doesn't matter to change it every now and then. Otherwise, the machine still runs with its same piston, same ring, same everything. Just the clutch has been replaced, and that there, and the paint. Otherwise, it's still like it came from the factory. Then the frame. The frame, I've been flying it for a long time. I still enjoy the tank that supports your back. The netting, as I said, I broke these little guys that fasten here, but I use rope. It's fine. It works like that. It's nice and tight. So the whole machine, the weight shift on this machine also is very nice. These 2 arms that's here are a little bit further apart than your standard machine. Not too far, but it is further away, and it gives you great weight shifting, and also helps with the torque. And then what else can I say? It's strong. I had a couple of bad landings or takeoffs or whatever on the frame. Everybody can say, yeah, you don't have accidents, but yeah, it's a physical sport, and sometimes you run into a hole, or you make a stupid mistake by landing wrong or whatever, and you will have a crash. But this frame is quite strong. It lasts, except for the netting, but netting is netting, so you can replace it pretty cheap. It's 150 hoop, and I've been flying the FDB props on it, and I've been flying the Helix on it, and I enjoy this machine. And if somebody have to give me back my money that I spent on this machine, and I didn't have this machine, I will buy exactly the same machine, the same setup. The Dudek harness, the 202 motor, Helix or FDB props, they're both very great. The day when I have a zero wind takeoff and I feel like not running, I put on my 2-blade FDB prop and it takes me in the air very quick. So yeah, that's a freaking killer taking off. Otherwise, if you have any questions regarding the machine, I have helped friends of mine with this 202. The tuning of the carburetor depends on where you are. There's nobody that actually tells you exactly how to set this carburetor. It's a bit tricky in the beginning. When it comes from the factory, it's very, very rich. It doesn't actually want to run. But if you set it correctly, this machine runs nice. I flew this morning and I flew under 3 liters an hour on my trims on a first red line on a Viper XC. So it gives you an idea more or less. I fly at 22, so I did an average of more or less 52 k's an hour, and the machine was running around about 5, 7 and 6,000 RPMs. So yes, depends on climbing, cruising, but it's around about there. And I do not run my motor on the same RPMs the whole time. I vary a bit. Any machine, like your car, a tractor, freaking anything, do not keep it on the same RPMs every day, every time. Vary the RPMs. The same when braking in this motor. When you fly it, throttle, idle, throttle, cruise, vary the RPMs when you start flying it, when you're braking it in as well. Keep it that way. And when you fly and cruise, try to vary the RPMs a little bit. It's good for the motor. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. If you have any questions regarding the 202 with the Triton carburetor on it, the Rebel Evo frame, the setup on it, I will be happy to help you and tell you whatever I found and whatever works. And if I do not know, I will tell you I do not know, or I think this and this. But anyhow, no flying today, just this motor. And thanks for your ear, and enjoy your day and the rest of the week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.